Yes, we are.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, we're live. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, there it goes. It's a cool. The live stream's up. All right. What up, Ferris?
Hey man, how you doing? Thanks
What's
for having
up,
me.
everybody? No problem. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What's up, everybody? Oh shit, I need the ashtray.
I think if anybody cut anyone off, it was me in that instance. I'm trampling on your hosting, but
yeah. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of UNG. This isn't that cold.
yeah, they were in the car for an hour and a half on the drive. You see.
Oh shit!
Yeah, thought I'm in Denton, man.
It was an hour and a half drive over here.
Yeah, well, an hour and 50 actually.
Good
but it said an
God.
hour and a half when I left, but yeah. So it was a drive.
Oh wow, that is an IPA.
I think it's local too. Or at least the name is. Yeah.
Shit. What's up, man? Another episode of the UNG Odyssey podcast. Soon to be rebranded. Wow, it's got a weird aftertaste.
It's because it's warm is the problem. You see. You have ice. Can we drink an IPA on ice?
I don't know, man. Well, I mean, I don't see why not, but never drink. I can't say that. I think I've drinking beer on ice before. It was made even worse. It was like Coors Light.
Okay,
Or maybe it was a 40. I remember drinking Mickey's out of.
Yeah.
Did you ever have Mickey's?
Think so.
The 40 ounce or malt
Yeah,
liquor?
yeah.
Yeah, we used to drink shit ton of those.
Yeah,
when
well,
we were
everybody
younger.
did, dude. Those in the Paps. You get the 40-ounce Paps.
Yeah.
You get those for like $1.20.
Oh, the Blue Ribbon?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were all broke back in the day.
Exactly right, yeah. Now we have a little bit of money. Still on beer.
Not any money. Because I was actually talking to my girlfriend about an old car I had.
Yeah.
And it was a Nissan 240SX.
Okay.
And I told her how I blew out the engine because I didn't have the money to change the oil.
Yeah.
And she was just like, you didn't have the money. It's like $20. It's like, do you not understand when you're young and you're poor and you're broke, you don't have money for anything, and the stuff you do have money for is to get you drunk.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So, oh man, so yeah, that's how life was back then, man.
Yeah, dude. I saw my uncle fixed up an old Z from the '80s, and for my cousin to drive, he fixed up this old car.
Like the
gave it to
Datsun?
him. Yeah, like it was an '86 Z, but I saw one of those. It was like a '90s Z on the road today.
Yeah.
But it's funny because the guy fixed it up, made it all nice, new paint job and everything. But he has like no muffler on it, you know what I mean?
Oh, so it sounded horrible?
So yeah, it sounded terrible, It's like fucking with like the air carburation and all that when they take off the muffler. But I was just thinking, there's always like that thing. It's like, oh, why you have a loud car man trying to show off? It's like you're never gonna get to the guy that way. You have to come from a different approach.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, oh, you really fixed this car up nice. It's a shame you couldn't afford to put a nice, sound suppression on it. Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, everything else looks really great. I'd really love to see it with a good muffler.
Yeah, it's like those bodybuilders that only focus on the top. Like,
yeah,
you look really swole.
Yeah.
But your legs are kind of tiny down there, a little neglected.
They're gonna collapse.
They're screaming for help. Please lift us too.
Funny, dude, yeah.
Oh, so what's up, Ferris? How you been?
Oh, not bad. Just doing the mics, staying in the grind. I did Phil's garage show at a Halloween show.
I was supposed to do that, but I totally forgot that the same night as the block party, and I told my girlfriend I was gonna take her to that because
I had a Saturday, man.
Yeah, and then like it's the only thing she asked to really go out to do.
Yeah.
Like she loves Halloween. Halloween's like her thing. So she really wanted. Last year she wanted to go, and I think we went, but we went kind of late. So it was my fault. We went kind of late. And then the year before that, I took her to a house party instead of a block party, and she was she was like, I want to go to a block party. I was like, quit whining. I don't care about you enough yet to do something like that.
What's the distinction though between a block party and a house party? Is it just that you're outside in a block party?
Well, I mean, they had that huge party in the neighborhood.
Oh, I haven't heard of this.
You haven't heard of it?
I've heard of the neighborhood. I haven't heard of this party.
It's huge. I mean, because they turned. Well, I mean, it's like that whole radius.
Yeah.
But they close off the streets and they like have this center area where all the people in costumes can walk through. Everything's packed with people, not just there's straight people and a lot of couples there.
Yeah, my sister loves going to the gay bars. It's not for you.
yeah, a lot of women like going to gay bars. Actually, I've heard of jokes where gay comedians talk about like, "Quick, come into our gay bars."
Oh yeah,
straight women. Because they'll take their straight guys and they get all offended when they get hit on.
Yeah.
Like, you're in my territory.
Yeah.
You know, not territory, but like my side of the woods.
Yeah.
My roommate Jonathan, he's not here, but the reason why I point like that because he's usually on the couch.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He was up there. He said some guy kissed him.
Really?
I was like, what? He's like, the same guy Frenched one of his friends.
Oh, man.
Like, Frenched him. And he said that he moved quick enough to where that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that the other friend was all like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, for one, you don't just stand there and take it.
Just passively.
You know what? I forgot to plug in my cool Halloween night lights. Let me plug these in real quick.
One day Halloween without Christmas lights.
Yeah, do you like the Halloween theme?
Dude, I love Halloween. I was just checking out this awesome zombie street sign you got here.
Oh, yeah, it's
very festive.
My
mom got a ton of decorations and she came out here a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying to get rid of Halloween ones. She had too many. So she gave me one of these ones that she had, and it was a sign. And it's like a picture. It's a silhouette of like ghosts. But it says, quit knocking on my doors, you little sheets.
No shit? That's pretty,
It's pretty aggressive, right?
Yeah.
They just want some candy. Come on now.
What are you stuck on? Come on now. Come on. Stupid nuts. Where are you? There you are. One more time. Almost there.
Which one are you trying to hook up?
The one's behind me. There we go.
Oh, well, those are awesome, dude.
There we go. Yay, Halloween.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I've ever seen light bulbs like this before.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that.
Those are awesome, dude. Or is this just a freak accident that's just happening now for the first time?
No, I hope not.
The whole place about to light up here.
I did have a power outage, and that light turned off on my last podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it got a little dark, and it turned out one of the stupid outlets was in the garage, with the connections were wearing out, so something was bridging over and touching.
Yeah, it shorted it.
So I was like, and I would hear, like, what's that noise? It's
yeah.
Like, I was like, I don't know if that's safe.
Probably just the sound of the beach.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so dumb. So, Ferris, how long have you been doing comedy?
Oh, you know, I've dabbled in mics over the past 4 years. I've done like one here. Well, I'm explaining. Let me get my answer fully here. I used to dabble. Now I'm committed to not having a girlfriend. So.
That's such a weird term to use for comedy.
Well, I do like one, and then I take like 9 months off. I wouldn't say I was doing comedy at that point. You know what I mean? But I hit it to answer your question directly. I started doing them like mini mics a week, mid-June, thereabouts.
So it's been you get more serious about it?
Yeah, I used to just do the Denton ones when I really got started, and then maybe 3 weeks later I started going down to Dallas because the Hyenas one, that was the first one I ever did, the first open mic, Dallas Hyenas. And then I heard about Twilight Lounge, went down there, the other Hyenas locations, filled up the week a bit. But
do you ever go to Twilight still or not yet?
Yeah, I try to go to there when I can. I'm doing Dallas Comedy House more frequently now.
But are they on the same night?
They're on the same night, but fortunately for me, they put me they start at I think 8 or 8:30.
Yeah.
And they put me about 25. So that gives me enough time to do. I can sign up on Mic Maps, get that number 1, number 2 slot, Twilight Lounge, and head across town. So I did that last week. I was able to hit them both.
So you go from Fort Worth all the way to Dallas.
To do the big triangle and come back.
God damn, that's a lot of crazy driving, man.
What's
your car doing?
That's all right. I need an oil change, honestly. It's gonna end up like your car here in a minute.
Oh, that car got impounded by the city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was on the side of the road, and I never got the stickers changed.
Yeah, good reason then.
Yeah, so whatever. Well, but like you said, total, how long? When did you start?
So I've been doing it regularly since mid-June.
But when did you do official? When was your
first mic ever?
Yeah.
I think 2015 maybe, summer 2015. I just did one Dallas Hyenas, and then that was it. And then I did one in 2017.
But you have been doing it quite a while then, huh?
I've been writing. See, when I started, since the first mic, I kept a journal, and every time I had an idea, I wrote it down. So I was like, one day I'm going to do comedy, one day I'm going to write, and I create a script out of it. It's a funny idea.
Yeah.
Let's not forget it. So I had a little bit of material to work with when I started going into the mics, which was very good, or very helpful, I guess, because I didn't have to focus on what am I going to say that's funny. It's how am I going to deliver it? How am I going to do the timing? I got to focus on those elements, kind of starting out a little bit more, because I had some jokes I already did and kind of worked once or twice here or there historically, you know what I mean? So that was kind of funny, because that's how I started, and then now I've recently just been trying to write a new 5 every week. So I'm now in the opposite mode, which is like trying out a new joke, maybe 3 or 4 different mics, and it's like, yeah, kind of worked, and then I'll save it. And if I'm doing a showcase or something, I'll go back and then work a set with the jokes that I feel like were strongest. I've just been working and just creating a lot of material to delve into. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
What showcase do you do next? Are you doing any?
Well, Butch was talking about putting me up on the Fort Worth and the Dallas Hyenas one, but last I heard he was in Arizona or something. So I don't know what the deal is, because he was supposed to give me tickets and everything for that. So I need to ask Mercedes or someone about that.
Ask
I think Patricio said
Patricio's the one who has them.
Yeah, so I need to talk to him about that, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking to do those, and those are in December, I believe.
Yeah, I'm doing all 3 of them.
Okay, you're doing all 3.
Plano,
yeah, I did the Plano, well, that was my first one, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll do the other 2, because it's like Fort Worth is a pretty cool room. I'd like to see the Red Room, with a decent crowd in there. That'd be, I feel like it's a nice, cozy room. And then Dallas, so you're always doing the mic there. It's always hell, so it'd be like fun actually go have a good show there.
It's always crazy in Dallas, man. There's always all kinds of weird people there.
And it was crazy last week too. There was like this table of hecklers.
Was there?
Yeah, dude.
I was there, but I didn't.
It was like I think beginning of 3rd block, dude. They started heckling like crazy. Like management started yelling at them.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It was pretty funny.
Where was I?
I don't know, dude.
I know. I was on like the 3rd or 4th block.
I just popped in fortunately, and I was able to see the climax of the heckling and then the drama of it. But
that was weird. I know I was there, and this one chick, she was like, "I'm doing comedy for my first time." I was like, "Cool." She's like, "You gonna stay and watch?" I was like, "I gotta get going." Like, I went up, and I was like, "I can't stay and watch," but I sold her a little bit of that CBD.
Oh, of course.
I shouldn't do quotations because people can see that. CBD.
Because it wasn't CBD, it was cilantro. See, that's why
yeah,
the quote. It wasn't even CBD.
And she wanted me to stay and watch her set. She was with the blondie with nice huge rack.
Oh,
do you remember that?
When was this? Last week?
Last week, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
Wednesday.
That. Oh, is she the one from Houston?
No. Houston was that comic.
Quaker or something. Quaker.
Quacker. Nisky Quacker or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, we're in the ballpark.
She was cool. I liked her. She had a lot of energy.
Cool chick. Yeah.
But no, this other girl who was like a little short girl. She said she was in theater or something like that.
How old was she? I don't remember.
No, she said she was in a band.
Oh, and this was her first mic?
And it was her first mic she decided to do. She was in a band, she's a singer, and like she just became buddy with me all like real quick.
Yeah.
And then I sold her that, but like, yeah, her homegirl that she was there with was like a tall blondie white girl with a huge rack just sticking out everywhere. I was just like, God damn.
You interested in something?
Yeah, like what are you interested
over here? Yeah.
You talk about whatever you want. I'll listen like nothing.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. No, I can't say I did see her. I went up earlier than I normally do, and then I just went top of the 4th and just went home.
Do you always get there in time to sign up?
Yeah, I always try to get there around 6, and then you can network a little bit, just talking to people out there. I like to use that time too to like think about like what set am I gonna do if I had any thoughts on the road, write them down.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I want to change this joke. I was thinking about how to deliver it differently on the road. I go and make notes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice because a lot of people are like they like to have somebody else sign them up or something like that, and they just show up when the mic started or second block and they do another mic.
Yeah, I have to do that. I asked Tom to sign me up because I get off of work and I don't get home till 5.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the timing on that one's difficult.
That doesn't give me that much time to. Like I tried getting there. One time I got there at like a little after 7, and they had already filled up. I was like, son of a bitch, I drove all the way out here for nothing.
Yeah.
So when I had Tom on the podcast, he's like, just ask me. I was like, just hit me up. And I was like, all right, well, I'll hit you up if you don't mind, Tom. And he doesn't mind.
Yeah.
Plus, he buys celery sticks for me too.
Yeah, dude. Promoting that Michelle Obama agenda there. More greens, everyone.
So, but yeah, I have to do that, and I don't like doing it, but people have told me like just do it like because
it's difficult. A lot of those guys feel like have to because like
how'd
you're saying.
How'd that garage show go?
The garage show went really well actually. There was a good crowd. I thought it was just going to be mostly comics. Kind of an open mic vibe.
Pretty decent
there was
crowd
I would say like 60-70% of the room was audience.
Yeah.
And then great energy in there. I loved the room. It was very, very intimate. You know what I mean? So it was like the stage was like right up on the front row the way he had it set up. So you really get to like engage the audience. So it was a really fun mic. Everybody I feel like had a good set. Everyone had fun. And then we danced and partied. There was freestyle rapping going on.
Oh,
so that was
Cortez?
everyone, like a lot of guys got in on it.
Oh
And,
my
McElhone had a spatula as part of his costume.
McElhone.
So they're using that as the mic to rap into. They're looking spatula rapping, dude.
Oh man, I totally forgot about that. I thought for some reason I thought it was Friday, because I was already in Fort Worth on Friday. Because I took her to a haunted house.
Oh, awesome, yeah.
And that was fun. But like, you know, neither one of us really get scared.
Yeah. Which haunted house was it?
The one.
It's like the factory one.
Yeah.
Okay, I went to that one a couple of years ago. I have no idea what it's called, but I've been there. It's like a meat factory or something. Yeah.
Where it used to be some kind of.
It used to be, yeah. We hope.
You can tell it's totally a warehouse though, like the brick wall, the shitty stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
Was the line crazy?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The line was pretty long.
It was mad. When I went there, it was like 3.5 hour wait, I think.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that long for us. Paying about. Hey, Lana.
What?
How long do you think we waited in line to get into the haunted house?
Probably about an hour.
An hour?
Yes.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not bad compared to my experience, but.
No, yeah, it wasn't that bad. But like they had it chained off to where like it could be longer.
That's how it was for us.
And I was like, I'm so glad we're not at the line.
Oh, yeah. That was a wait, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it was pretty cool though. But Saturday night was the one that really was amazing because I took 2 hits of acid.
Oh yeah.
And I popped them like right before we left here. I popped them. So by the time we got there, like maybe another 20 minutes, I was like, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Oh man, everything was crazy. Like the costumes looked weird and amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
And I just, we just walked around and we eventually got into a club. That took a while. But I was talking to people and then I kept asking people. I was like, "Hey, is this like really crazy right now, or is it just the acid?" They're like, "No, it's really crazy right now." I was like, "Okay, just make sure I'm not tripping balls."
That's funny, dude. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a real good time. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've always thought, like in the 60s they had like those like music festivals and stuff, and like for the visual element they kind of like started the whole like visual with the music, but they do this thing where they put like a thing of like, I don't even know what it was, a piece of plastic and water, and they add colors and they make them like dance around in blobs and stuff. And like kids these days like, oh, that's so lame. They have all this computer, like drop acid and watch that. It's gonna blow your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about right here.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I'm glad I decided to do it that way.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like
because I'm not really a big drinker. Like I have beer here.
Yeah.
And like I might have 2, maybe 3 drinks while I'm out.
Yeah.
So, if I would have done that, even though I wasn't driving, I might have had like 2 or 3 shots. For one, they're fucking super expensive.
Oh yeah, dude, drinking at a bar is crazy.
And then but then I stopped drinking. Then like I'll drink a water in between each drink.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
And it's usually like a Topo Chico or bottled water if they don't have any of that. I'll just take a bottled water. But like I don't know, it's okay if I'm having a drink, but like since I took that.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Took that acid. It was like the whole night. I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, dude.
I did get a little paranoid though, and I had to like because I was making sure she's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I still want to make sure she's okay. There's a lot of drunk people. I want to make sure I don't bump into her.
Yeah.
I got really upset at these girls who were in the bathroom. They were in the men's room, right?
How old were they?
They
must be like teenagers, right?
No. It's
these
a
are
club.
adult women?
It's a club.
Oh,
It's 21 and over.
Okay.
No, it's 18 and over. We're at the club, but it's 18 and over. But yeah, it's 18 and over, but 21 is cheaper if you're 21. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they were in the men's room, and I was waiting to the men's room, and I told them, I was like, hey, can you guys like not hold the door open? And they're like, what? No, we're next in line to the restroom. I was like, yeah, I know that, but can you like not block the door? Like let the door close because they're holding it open. And there's all these guys like peeing and looking out the door.
The door and it's
because
open.
the door's wide open.
Yeah.
And I could sense that the guys were kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they're all like up against. you're a guy. You
Yeah.
know, when you use the urinal, you don't want to be like all the way in there.
Definitely not.
Like you want some space.
Yeah.
But like because the door was open, all the guys are all kind of huddled up against, as close as like very uncomfortable. And I was like, can you close the door? Like get out of the way of the door. And then the guy that they're with was like, well, it's okay. I mean, who doesn't want to get their dick seen anyway? And I'm like, that's not. I was like, well, you're just trying to defend them, but like, come on, dude, like. And, women want their privacy. What makes you think that men don't want their privacy too? We don't want to just get.
If I wanted everyone seeing my dick, I'd go out the door.
Yeah,
my dick out. I wouldn't be in the bathroom. Yeah.
So I got a little. That kind of irritated me.
Yeah, that's. I mean, imagine if Amanda.
Oh shit! I thought I closed and turned my phone off.
So unprofessional. Goddamn, dude.
Oh shit, man. My bad. I know what he wants, and I know what he wants. Oh my goodness. Till 8. What was I saying? So yeah, that happened. But other than that, I had a pretty good time. We went to the dance floor.
Yeah. And
we danced a little bit, and it was funny because she was complaining that her feet hurt.
Yeah.
She took another shot, and she was like, "Let's go dance." I told her, "Let's go to dance floor." She started dancing, and then as soon as we left the club, she was like, "I immediately." Hate the fact that I did that. I regret doing that. I was like, yeah, I saw you dancing. I was like, man, I thought her feet hurt. As soon as we walked out, she's like, I can't walk.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Oh, man. Hold on, wait. Do you need... Yeah. I ain't. That gives me 30 minutes. Let's go ahead. This CBD.
Of course.
I got these at the hemp shops.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. I saw them pre-roll them. They look so good.
Yeah, well, it's a hemp cigarette, so. There's this place right here called Hempies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if they want to sponsor the podcast.
Really? That'd be badass. Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them because I buy my stuff there anyway.
Yeah, dude.
That's where I buy my swishers and whatnot. Speaking of swishers,
yes.
What was that brand you were telling me to get?
Oh yeah, Dutch Masters. But they make $1 pack, and then they make I think it's 2 and 59-cent pack, which is three in a pack.
It's funny you know exactly how many cents.
Well, it's different shop to shop. Normally it's like $2.50 or whatever, but my shop's a little bit more expensive. Well, I just go to a gas station by my place, but the cheap ones they're good. They're not bad. But if you go for like the little bit more expensive, the 3-pack, it's in like a navy blue, like a light navy blue, I guess, packaging. Those are like really nice because it's like a straight up tobacco leaf. Mm-hmm. And those I just enjoy them.
Okay. And what are they called?
Called Dutch Masters.
Dutch Masters.
Yeah.
Like the Dutch
There's like
brother.
a whole bunch of 16th century Dutch fuckers, with the hats and all that shit on the packaging. Mm-hmm. Like they straight out.
Okay, because I was asking them when I was there. I was like, "There's a certain problem kind," and I was like, "Something king." They're like, "This king." I was like, "No, I'm sorry, it's not the right one." So, Dutch Masters. I actually have a bunch of stuff over here. I was gonna ask you if you can roll some before you leave, but
oh yeah, definitely.
I think you might not have time. Well, you might have time.
I got all the time in the world, dude.
Oh,
I made the drive.
I'm
the
one who doesn't.
You're the one who doesn't have time.
I'm so sorry, man. I want the.
Hey, you're good, dude.
I want the. Well, yeah, I want to sign up for the mics. If I knew you were coming all the way from Denton.
No worries, dude.
You sure you don't want to come out for a little bit?
I'm really tempted, honestly, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
It's like if you have to sign up on Mike Maps for the first one, then Hooligans you said starts at 10. Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know if I want to do a 10 o'clock mic,
Oh yeah.
And then get back to Denton. That's gonna be or Mad Hatter. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I might skip, but I've been really meaning to go out to those Fort Worth mics on Monday because Dave American was telling me do Wine Square and you can head down there and hit up those two like you're saying, and you can get 3 and then the night easy. So.
Yeah.
And I go down to Dallas, Fort Worth for 3 minutes. It's worth the drive for me to go and do 2 mics, get 5 minutes apiece. I'm assuming something like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate.
So, what's your favorite open mic?
My favorite open mic? It's tough. It's tough right now. It's between Fort Worth. Hyenas and Plano Hyenas because of the crowd I like to see, the comics I like to hang out with. Like over there, playing out with you and Casey Cowboy. Yeah. Jordan. Bless you.
I feel like I haven't seen Cowboy KC around.
Really? I didn't see him last Friday. That's true.
It's been a couple weeks.
I saw him the week before that.
Really? I must have missed him.
And he was on my podcast 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I missed him, I guess. I feel like I haven't seen him for like a month or something.
Jesus Christ, woman.
Because when a man can't offer you chairs anymore, you just forget about him.
Well, that's all you remember, actually. Like, what happened to the chairs? Woo! Yeah. So, okay. What do I usually ask my guests? What's your favorite bit that you do?
Oh, you know what?
Do you have a favorite bit?
I just totally touched the mic, so I apologize, everyone listening.
Oh, shit. With what?
My hand. No, my hand.
Oh, your hand?
Just made a loud, obnoxious sound, man.
It shouldn't have made a sound. I think it'll be alright.
It's not that underwater vibe, because the ash, you know? My favorite bit? I think my favorite bit is probably this one, I don't know if you've heard it about. It's like, oh, my girlfriend uses the N-word, like, too much, you know? It's like, you know, just like the wrong time. It doesn't, you know, like sometimes you can say the N-word and it's fine, you know what I mean? Like you're listening to like a hip-hop song, right? It might be warranted. But she says it at the worst time, completely kills the mood. Like the other night we went on a great date, right? We saw a movie, came back to the apartment. You know, I'm feeling a little bit good about the evening. I'm like, hey, you want to have sex? And she says it right then. Completely kills the mood. I'm like, you want to have sex? She says no.
Oh. There's a few people who have their own interpretation of it.
Yeah, I mean, I figured out it's kind of an easy. I like that one, but I feel like it doesn't work. I haven't really used it for anything critical, so to speak. But you know, because that one's a little bit, you know, racy.
Do you have a different version of that, or just that version?
That's pretty much the only version I do. I think.
Who have I heard? They're like, why do I keep saying they like? They were saying that something about the N word.
Matt has a joke about like the N-word flip or something.
No.
It's like skateboarding.
Oh yeah, that one. That was pretty funny. I like that one.
It's funny you say that because
actually, I'm good. I am toasty.
Because when those people were heckling, I was telling you about.
Yeah.
It was like a table of black people, and there was this guy who was going to do his first mic, so he brought his, you know, friends and like family or whoever.
You know, I appreciate the fact that a person wants to do the first mic.
Yeah.
But when they bring douchey people.
Yeah. Well, they're having a good time. They're drunk. I don't think they're trying to be assholes. They didn't know they were being assholes. But the funny thing was, like, they were like heckling him his entire set, but then he did the inward flip joke. And that was the only joke they liked. They were like listening, and they're like, "Oh, that's good. That's really clever." So I just think that's so funny.
That's the only one.
That's the only one they listened to, and they like actually responded to as a joke.
Huh.
And they're like literally the next joke you did, they're like immediately heckling again. Like, did you lost the feeling of happiness you just had from the last joke? You couldn't even give him a chance to do another one before going back to hating this guy.
Jesus, man, they must be Philly fans.
Probably, dude. They would boo Santa if I'm a judge of character.
That's crazy. What got you into comedy though?
You know, I always loved doing comedy, or I always loved comedy as an art form. Like, you know, and that's all comedy really. You know, it can be like a comic play or like, you know, funny book or whatever the case may be, television show. Yeah. But and especially stand up. You know, I was always watching stand up from like a young age. But I was trying to do music. You know, really like in high school and like middle school and all that. I was like playing instruments. So I want to do like kind of like an alternative type band. I was in a couple bands in Denton. I did like a little jazz duet thing for a while with my friend Eric.
What do you play?
I play many instruments, man. It just depends on the band.
What do you play?
So I would say my favorite instrument to play is probably like piano or keyboard.
So you're very good with musically.
Oh yeah, I would say I'm decent. I can definitely keep up in a band.
You want to be one of those keyboard comedians? You
know, I thought about it. I saw what's his name. He does that Between Two Ferns. Zach Galifianakis. I saw a special from like 2008. And he does this thing where he's like playing piano as like the background, and then he like uses it to set up and time the jokes. And it's like brilliant. And it's like I really wish I could do that, but I just feel like I couldn't.
Why not?
Musically, I don't think I'm strong enough. I feel like the music would be distracting because I wouldn't be proficient enough.
Yeah.
But But yeah, so I wanted to do music really is what I was trying to do. And I still kind of want to, you know, I like music theater a lot, so I've like always been working on like musical theater projects. So ideally I can combine the comedy at one point and then, you know, produce a play or something.
What's that comic? Is it Bo Burnham?
Yeah, he's a comic.
Doesn't he play the piano?
He does a guitar, I think. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he does a guitar.
I know he did piano at that one. This one.
He might play piano as well. Let me rephrase that. I've only seen him playing guitar.
I saw him play the piano on the. I think, and I'm pretty sure it's Bo Burnham. On that one show, the Boiling Room.
Oh, I never heard of it.
I think it's called the Boiler Room. The Boiler Room. It's like this show where you have kind of like a panel of comics.
Okay.
But they're in a group audience. It's almost like I mean, it's pretty much like a podcast. Yeah. They just sit around talking to each other.
Oh wait, I have seen that show.
Yeah.
I have seen that show.
Well,
yeah. They're like on a table, like a circular table, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that show. Yeah.
And Bo played the piano for a little bit, some song, and then, you know, of course, comics being comics, they made fun of him, and then he punched back. But like I saw him play the piano on that. That's why I wonder if you play piano. I think Demetrius Martin also has something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or they just use that sound record board thingy.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of comics who do like music, but like I don't know the way he did it because it wasn't like music plus comedy. It was like music is the backdrop and then comedy's on top of it. It was almost like, you know, like a musical play to a point because like the music is supporting the dialogue. Because like he would use it to like space out like when there's laughter after a joke, or he needs to hold. Like I'm trying to think of a good joke. Like he did. I really don't like those signs that say "slow children at play," and then he's playing and he plays like another couple of measures. And he says, "I think they're really mean." You know, so he has the timing. So it's like I'm establishing what the thought was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like when you're doing that, just straight stand up with no music. You know, you can leave a pause there, but you can't leave that amount of time. You know, because that really lets your mind set on like the intention, and then really makes that misdirection I feel like more effective. But I don't know. It's just really interesting to see someone do comedy like that.
Those signs. You know what? That reminds me of a joke I want to do. You know how those cars have those stick figures?
Yeah, the
and
families.
People will say like, I really know, what do they say? God damn, some people have these jokes like, I don't care how many kids you have, blah, 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 or how big your family is, blah, your stupid stick figures. Yeah, I want to write a joke around like, I like those stick figures, because that lets me know how many people I'm going to go murder.
That's funny,
It tells me how much material I need.
So it tells me which car is going to be the most bang for buck.
Yeah, you know?
That's funny, dude.
Or if PETA picks me off, I'm gonna kill somebody with a cat.
Yeah, that's it.
So there's a person
I like
with
running
a
over
cat.
neighborhood cats. I don't slow down. Steer into that.
That's
If God's
funny.
sending you a message, you gotta go with it.
That's funny because I mess around with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
If I see a cat in the street, I head toward it. She's like, "Don't you dare!" Like I'm just kidding. The other day, I thought I hit a squirrel.
Yeah.
And he came running at me, and I was just like, "Oh no, am I gonna get him? Gonna get him?" And then I guess he turned around last minute, and I just looked in the mirror, so like, "Do you see his dead body?"
That's what I do. Yeah, rear view mirror. What's going on back there?
Yeah, my girl, she was all like, what? Why? I was like, I thought I hit a squirrel, but he turned around at the last minute. Damn it!
They always do. That's the thing about squirrels. It's like they keep going. They're like playing chicken, and they're really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna kill themselves, but they're gonna turn so last minute. You're gonna swerve. And that's how they die.
Is that how they usually die?
I don't know. I'm just bullshitting. That'd be ironic,
though. Makes sense, though.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
You know, it's in like the springtime. I found in Denton. There's these huge trees. If you've ever driven down Carroll.
Yeah.
So there's these huge mature trees. So there's all these little squirrels that were just born, like fucking around, and they're always like some of them fall out of the branches because they straight up go over the entire parkway or whatever you call it. It's like two different sections, and then there's trees in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like tree coverage for the entire. So some of them falls, and then the little ones are just running like crazy. It's like a game of Frogger, and like the old ones don't do that. They've learned the traffic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like the little ones, you know, I don't know what it is.
Where they don't.
It's like they're learning, or you know, they're scared.
If they don't get hit by a car, then they're the ones that get to breed.
But then they learn from that experience, hopefully. You know, yeah. But I guess that goes back to the question: nature versus nurture. Like, can the parent teach you to avoid the car? Or is it the genetic makeup and the brain structuring that allows them to avoid the cars, or is it something that's just learned? You know, that's it. I don't know. I'm just asking the question, but that'd be interesting to look into.
That is an odd question. Wait, speaking of that, I saw this thing on Nugenics. It's a Nugenics where this dude's trying to make glowing dogs.
Glowing dogs?
Yeah.
Like glow in the dark?
Yeah. Cause they
How would that be useful?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
but this just made me think of this show, this thing I was watching on Netflix, and I had heard about the glowing fish. Like they took the whatever the DNA that makes the light bug glow.
Yeah.
They took that and entered it into fish.
Yeah.
Right? And then they put it into rats. And now there's a guy trying to do it to dogs.
That'll work in the rats?
Yeah, it worked on the
Is
rats.
it the skin or the hair that's glowing?
No, it's just them. They just glow.
The whole, like their eyes and their like feet
Like
and everything?
oh man, let me see. Their bodies, yeah, their bodies glow.
That's crazy, dude. So now you can see your mice running around in the darkness when you have no defense. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just gonna terrify people.
So
glow in the dark mice at 2 a.m. What the fuck was that? Just, I saw a light.
Yeah, but like I thought that was interesting. It would be hilarious to see a glow in the dark dog.
No, that would be even worse though, because it'd be like jumping on the bed at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Like, is this a ghost?
That's what I think. Like, it jumps on the bed. It wants to sleep next to you. It's all glowing.
Yeah. Do you want to see like? I won't even go there. It's like you want to see your glow in the dark dog taking a shit, and then you're slowly losing parts of the fur definition. You know what I mean?
What if the turd was glow in the dark too?
Oh my goodness, dude! You have to bury that.
Yeah, you would, because there's people who are like, hey, you didn't pick up that turd bag.
Keep that turd down. It's too bright. I'm trying to stargaze out here.
Although you wouldn't step on dog poop if you're walking in the dark.
It's an advantage in a way, yeah. Or in the daytime, even, you know.
Or in the daytime. Well, I don't know.
Iridescent poo is pretty eye-catching, I would imagine.
Oh man, this podcast has turned to a stupid road.
I like it. Let's keep steer into it.
I'm definitely gonna steer into it. So, what else can we talk about? Because we don't have too much longer. We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes, right? Yeah, 20 minutes.
For sure, dude.
Yo. Oh man, this is why I like to keep calm, and I usually do half an hour into the show, but we did it way too early.
Hey, your show, man. I'm just enjoying the nice mild CBD buzz you get.
Yeah. So what comedy do you hit up there then besides Dusty's, or is it Dusty's?
Dusty's is Sunday nights at 10 o'clock, or normally it's 10 o'clock sign up, 10:30 start. And then I do Bearded Monk before that, which is at 6:30 sign up, I believe, 7 o'clock, 7:30 start. So I get 2, and that's like 15 minutes in one night. So that's why I like living in Denton. You get a lot of stage time.
You do get a lot of time at Dusty's.
Yeah, dude, that's just one night, and then you can go out Thursdays, Killer's Tacos.
Yeah.
That's I think 6 minutes, and then I shoot down to Fort Worth after that. So then you get another 3. That's 9 minutes for the night. And then they got one more mic for you on Monday. It's Michael Reed's mic, Wayne Squared.
Yeah.
And that one I think is 7 minutes stage time.
I've never been to that one.
That one's pretty neat actually. It's a nice atmosphere. I was just thinking, it's right now as it's happening. They normally do it outside. They have heaters, but it was raining. You think they did it inside or outside? This was weighing on my mind for an hour and a half on the drive.
Like if they would have done it tonight?
Because they have heaters, but it was raining a little bit.
It's like misty out there.
It was misty, yeah.
It was misty since like 4 o'clock, because I got off at 4:30.
Yeah, it rolled in, that overcast rolled in around noon. And it's just been misty, yeah.
Is it raining now? How was it when you came in?
Parts of it, you drive into it, it rained a little bit, and then you drive out of it, and then it would just be overcast with like a mild low ceiling.
What's your opinion on global warming?
In what regard?
Change? Like, what's your opinion?
Do I think it's occurring?
Yeah.
I definitely think it's occurring. Do I think we can solve it?
Do you think we can
No,
solve
I don't
it?
think so. I don't think we can solve it, but I definitely think it's happening. I think the best we can do is mitigate the worst case scenario, make it less bad. But I mean, they're saying with the amount of carbon in the atmosphere, I think they said it's going to be at least 3 degrees warmer Celsius at a minimum. So that's like, and they said if it goes above 2, we're fucked in like 2005 or something. So, for perspective,
They said that in 2005?
2005, they said if we can get the carbon emissions down and keep it below 2%, everything will be better than like the worst case scenario, which apparently happens when
Yeah.
you get to 3 degrees or above.
But they're saying now that it's gonna get.
It's at a minimum, yeah, because the amount it's like if we cut off all carbon production today,
Yeah.
there would be just because the amount accumulated, there'd be at least 3 degrees increase in global temperature. But I don't know. I mean, technology is useful. You can come up with ways to remove carbon that might be helpful going forward.
You think we'll become mole people?
I mean, honestly, not because we need resources from the surface.
But
So-
like we'll come out and do stuff, and then just like
I mean-
our houses will start going in ground.
But what would cause that though? Just because of like storms, you mean? That'd be terrible in a
No.
hurricane situation.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
Oh no, there's a storm. We're fucked.
I don't know why. Like I thought mole people, cause like it would be too hot.
I think the mole people scenario comes up when it's like radiation poisoning around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's insulation.
Well, I mean, Trump did want to bomb fucking hurricanes.
Dude, I did a joke about that actually. I'm glad
Did
you heard
you?
about that. Yeah, I like how America's approach to combating climate change is literally combating climate change.
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he actually said that. He's a fucking idiot.
He just explored it. Okay, don't cut him that low. Come on now.
Come on
He
now.
just had the idea and said,
Even-
U.S. government. people
No,
look at
even
it.
even me, as dumb as I am, as much pot as I've smoked in my life,
Yeah.
as educated as I did not make it to. I mean, I know not to ask if we could just bomb a tornado or a hurricane.
or anything really. With like nuclear fallout seems to be way worse than whatever storm damage is going to happen.
I feel like the president should be smarter than me.
Yeah. Well, I heard somebody raise an interesting argument the other day.
What?
They were saying that it's almost good that we have Trump because much like with Richard Nixon, he went too far, and then there was pushback, and then we kind of learned what the limits of the office were.
Yeah.
So in the same way, Trump is almost
Yeah,
good
actually,
because
I've
he's
heard
willing to
that too.
push every button, and then it's like, where are we willing to draw the line? Who are we going to vote for? And then what do we stand for, and etc. If you want to ask those larger questions, but essentially, it's like, what can the president do effectively and get away with?
Yeah,
It's
well,
like the baseline what's happening.
So far, Trump's pretty much almost done and gotten away with everything that he wanted to do.
Yeah, we'll see. I always thought it was a house of cards because the way he governs is too strong a word.
I never saw the House of Cards.
No, not the show. I just mean the metaphor.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a metaphor.
It is, yeah, because you knock one card at the bottom, the whole thing collapses. Because the problem with Trump is he can't keep people. He can't keep good people. Everybody's in a state of anxiety.
Yeah.
They're always turning on each other, ratting each other out. No one's happy to work there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
know.
eventually everyone's gonna leave, and it's just gonna be him. And the people who are going to be there are just going to be way dumber than him because they're willing to take that job. And all the really qualified people have already gone, 22 cabinet, change-ups or something like that this far.
Yeah,
So-
there's been a shit ton of.
So it's like you have amateur hour people, great example, used to be governor of Texas, Rick Perry.
Yeah.
Secretary of Energy, the department he wanted to get rid of, but he couldn't remember the
I
name
know. I
of.
remember that.
That guy, what,
Yeah.
and
They. No, wait. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, and then when he got in office, he's like, I didn't know we controlled the nuclear arsenal.
Yeah, he didn't know that. That's what.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm saying. The level of incompetence. You know what I mean? He's just gonna do what Trump says. These people have no expertise, no experience. They have no baseline to compare what Trump is saying.
Yeah.
So that sounds good. I used to govern. I used to try to play the game about being popular, less so than somebody who's actually a government person who went through the ranks and is like, oh, nuclear arsenal, we shouldn't really fire it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a retaliation, And he's like, yeah, throw it in a fucking hurricane. What could go wrong? No one could think we're attacking them,
So you really keep up with politics a little bit then, huh?
I try to, yeah.
I love keeping up with politics.
Well, me too. It's so interesting. It's like the best play, the best drama ever written.
I like it because, because it's like, wow, these guys are they're like the shit that they get into.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck are you arguing about that?
Yeah.
And then I just like watching the late night shows that make fun of them.
Oh, yeah?
Like if they can turn it into a joke that I didn't think that I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who's your favorite?
late night person.
Yeah.
It was Jon Stewart.
Oh, definitely. That's a
Jon
good
Stewart.
choice, Yeah.
He was hilarious.
It was good.
And I like Colbert, but I liked him better when he was on the Colbert Report.
Dude, me 100% completely.
He was. It felt like it was more him. The Colbert Report was
Because
like,
he was doing hard satire, where now he's just doing very soft satire, I guess.
Yeah.
He's doing
I mean, it's not as
commentary.
I mean, and then you only get a small amount, and yeah.
He's doing like improv, where he used to do character. I feel like is the big distinction.
Yeah.
You know, and I really love the Colbert Report because I mean, like it was doing what Jon Stewart was doing, but in a different way. Because Jon Stewart's like doing what Colbert is doing now. Where he's like, look, they said this, they did this, isn't that stupid? They're hypocritical, etc. Right? But he would do the opposite. He would play a character who's obviously wrong, but doing all the same shit. You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing, but he's just doing it in a very unique way.
Really, I like watching both those shows back to back.
There was a perfect pairing.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was
I also like Conan too. He's not that type of comic where it's really political. He does a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, he doesn't dabble.
But I like Conan because just how silly he was.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
Super silly. Oh, you know what I like to do?
Yeah.
I like to call Conan, and have you heard about his podcast?
No, I haven't.
Okay, he has a podcast where it's called Conan Needs a Friend.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
What do you mean? You just said you.
I forgot about it, but you brought it up, and then I remembered it.
Well, on the podcast, you can call in and ask Conan O'Brien a question. You call in his hotline or whatever you call it. I've been having every guest I have that are okay with doing it ask the question. Do you want to do that on this podcast?
Will we answer right now?
Like, it goes to an answering machine.
Oh, well, what's the question going to be?
I don't know. You make it up.
Well, I'm down to do it, dude.
You're down to do it. You're very witty, so I'm pretty sure you can think of a question.
Oh, it has to be clever now. I was just gonna
I'm just saying you're witty. You're witty in general.
All right, we'll try to ask something interesting.
Because if I were to ask him something, one I thought of today was like, if you had to wear ankle socks or knee-high socks, like how long would it actually be in inches? Because you know how he has these huge long-ass legs. And so I was just wondering, like,
he does have very ridiculous legs.
Yeah,
like disproportionately. So
cool. Yeah, we can ask him.
Dude, I got a question lined up.
You got a question lined up?
Yeah.
You want to do it real quick?
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's call Conan. Calling Conan. I always get excited over these when people are actual fans of it.
Yeah. I definitely say I enjoy his work product very much.
All right. I'm going to intro you. I'm going to do the intro, and then I have you phone to ask a question. Let me do.
Hey, Conan O'Brien here. Here's the deal. Ask me a question. Feel free to ask me anything you want. And maybe, just maybe, I will answer your question on the podcast. So be creative. Go for it. And maybe I'll be talking to you soon.
Hey, Conan O'Brien, this is Rudy from the UNG Odyssey podcast, and I'm sitting here with local DFW comedian
Ferris Tamim.
Ferris Tamim, and he has a question for you.
Hey Conan, what was your biggest disappointment in show business? Losing the Tonight Show or going down to 30 minutes on TBS? We're just ribbing you because we love you, buddy.
Oh, man. He's gonna be like, this asshole. But he, do you think that the going down to 30 minutes was his choice?
I honestly don't know, but I just thought it was a funny joke.
Dude, that thing that happened with the Tonight Show, that thing was crazy.
That was pretty fucked up, yeah, dude.
That was crazy. Do you know what really happened? I mean, what?
I think I know what happened, but, you know.
Give me the rundown, because I kind of know
what
happened.
Well, I mean, like, Jay Leno said he would retire, essentially, in, 8 years or some shit. You know, he said it, ahead of time. He said, in 8 years or 6 years, or he set some deadline.
Uh-huh.
Right, so that came around, he retired, and then he took the slot. He became the Tonight Show with Conan.
And before he was the late...
He was the slot afterwards.
Which is called what, The Late Show?
I can't remember what he called it when it was, yeah, I think it was called The Late Show with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
But, so he did that one for 15 years or something, made great TV. I don't know if you've ever watched any of those, but they're definitely worth a watch. So, he was the heir to the throne, so to speak, back in the 90s when they actually did it like that, and they weren't just choosing random people. But, he got lined up for that, but then Jay Leno, they're like, oh, the NBC wanted to keep him. So he did a Tonight Show, essentially, at 9 o'clock. So he did a 1 hour show at 9 to 10, and then they do the local news, and then the Tonight Show would come on. So he kind of undercut him like that, and then he was getting better ratings or whatever the case may be. So then they just all right, we're going to cancel Conan and put Jay Leno back in that slot. Is essentially my understanding what happened.
Yeah, because it used to come on at 10, right?
It comes out like 10:30, 10:35.
The Late Show?
The Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show?
Yeah, comes on right after the local news.
So they moved Conan to like at 9 o'clock?
No. Jay Leno, he like retired, and he's like, "Oh, I have a new show, everybody. It's at 9 o'clock." So he made a Tonight Show essentially. It was like the same format, but it's him at 9 o'clock. So it's like you have 3 late night shows now. There's a lot of competition just on one network, you know, and he's capturing a certain demographic. They're going to be satisfied they're not going to watch, whatever the case may be. I don't know.
So they had to cancel one thing.
I don't think they had to cancel, but they were just like, you know, Conan's ratings aren't good enough, or we're going to put Jay Leno back, or I don't know. I wasn't at NBC when it happened, but, you know, just observing, that seems to be the case.
I've never completely got the full story. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can...
I don't know why they decided to pull the plug, but I mean, it was just... I think it was too many cooks.
I just know it's pretty fucked up.
It's too many cooks, dude.
And then Conan, because Conan had just moved all his people from New York to L.A.
Yeah.
And then that happens.
Yeah.
And all of them get fired.
Show business, baby.
You know what? I was wondering what happened to Max Weinberg.
Yeah, I think he's just playing these days, honestly.
He was so good.
Because I was thinking about that the other day, too.
He was so good with Conan. Oh, man. And who was that comic that played all the voices, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, you're talking about the dog?
He played the dog, too?
I don't know. You're talking about the Insult comic dog?
No, I'm talking about the they would bring in that screen.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think that was the same guy.
Arnold.
I think I might be the same guy. I don't know his name, though, unfortunately. But that was my favorite Conan.
Skits?
Yeah, those little
Did you remember the masturbating bear?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't remember the masturbating bear bit? Let me do a bit where, like, you had to choose. Because they're like, oh, you know, we're here at the Late Show. We have to cut. Yeah. We have to cut our time. We're not making much money. And he's all like, you know, we have to cut back, which means we have to let somebody go. Like, and he let the audience choose. Like, and we're gonna let the audience choose. Do you want to keep Mrs. Blah blah blah? She's 84. She's been working here for 60 years, and it's just this old lady saying, "Please don't fire me." Like, or we can let go of the masturbating bear, the masturbating dancing bear, and it comes out this bear with like a tube sock.
Oh my goodness.
And they play that circus music. He just starts going.
Oh my god. That's too funny.
And he lets the audience choose, and the audience chooses always to fire the old lady.
Yeah. That's funny, dude.
It's so stupid, man. But yeah, it's fucking funny. Conan was the shit. In the year 2000s.
Yeah, those were good. Or 3000, wasn't it?
3000. Is it 3000?
I think it was because they were going into 2000.
Yeah.
So like, this was gonna be like 1,000 years.
Yeah, that was great.
Good stuff,
that
dude.
one. Like, he had that like little alien light thingy on.
Yeah, he had that whole outfit. Yeah.
Fucking Conan.
It's good stuff, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, can you find all that on YouTube?
You can find a good portion of the highlights, but you know, you can find random episodes. But I don't know, honestly. You know, you probably could find it. The NBC streaming service they're probably gonna have soon.
Oh yeah.
I bet they'll probably have it there.
It's 8 o'clock, man.
When are you looking to get out of here?
Well, I'm gonna go up. I'm like 11th.
Okay.
On the new one that Zach Grippy has in Fort Worth.
Oh yeah.
And it starts at 8:30. So 11th means each one's 5 minutes, so 5, 10, 15, 20,
so that's
25.
55 minutes in.
So I want to get there. I don't want to get there.
Get there like 9:15.
I want to get there before 9, like 8:50, 8:55.
Okay.
I don't know. Last time I thought I timed it right, and he had passed me already, and I was like, "What?" And I think I was like probably like 12 or 13.
Oh yeah, did he put you up still?
Well, he put me up at the end.
Oh, okay.
And I showed up to be the last person, but I was just like, "How the fuck did I miss my time?" And I told him I wouldn't do it again. I don't like doing that.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
And people, I know people don't like it because I've heard people say they don't like it, but then I never actually heard anybody say something to somebody else about it, really.
I mean, I think it's just because it messes with the time. Because now it's like when I was expecting to go up at 9, 2 people miss out, and I'm going up at 8:50 now. So I'm driving in at 9, or at 8:45, and there's traffic. I should have had enough time. I got fucked, and then I add to the problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like that's just like, especially like what happened at the Hyenas mic, where it's like everybody is like going to the other mics, and then like when nobody's there to do their spots, that really messes with the schedule and people's timings and stuff.
I usually end up being late because I had sex when I shouldn't have had sex. I know.
Okay.
Just as I said that, she pops out. I thought she was gonna say something else. Yeah, but like usually, that's why. It's like, God damn it, we shouldn't have. I'm late to work sometimes because I have sex.
It sounds like you're living a full life to me, dude.
No,
I've never missed a day of work in my life. You know what I mean?
No, I mean it's fun, but it's a distraction. It's not a distraction.
Yes.
But I mean,
Relationships are such a distraction.
I'm not complaining.
You're just digging your hole deeper, dude. Change subject.
I'm not. No wait.
Your girlfriend because she makes me go late for work. She fucks me.
I have no problem digging deep holes. Alana knows this, right, Alana?
Oh my goodness.
How
about that Packers game? I'll tell you what.
Football! Get out of here with that. I heard they won, though.
Yeah, they did win, but I like it.
What? It's not a complaint. I'm just saying it happens.
Hey, this is the first. I think this is the first time Rudy said something funny.
You're a dick.
We're just screaming you because we love you.
Oh man, I am trying to be funnier.
I was thinking about that story you told the other day, or it was like a month ago. But you're talking about it was in Fort Worth about like tripping acid at the fast food place. Mm-hmm. Just that one line, and then the third shift showed up, dude. It was so funny. Because like they're gonna if we take this, it's all gonna be fucked up. They're gonna be like, hey, what the hell's going on? Everything's gonna be out. Like you set it up perfectly, and then you came back to it, and then the third shift showed up.
Yeah, man, funny, that really happened, man.
I believe it, dude. It's funny.
Oh, I gave a hit of acid to my homeboy Corey. Yeah, he wanted to buy it and try it for the first time.
For the first time at work, dude.
I don't know what he was.
And he
took it. Dude? No, I told him it was. I was like, dude, it's acid. It's like being high, but like 10 times stronger, and for like maybe 5 or 6 hours. And he was like, let me get one. So I was like, okay. I sold him a gel tab because that's what they were, the gel tabs at the time. And seriously, I was putting it away, and I looked up at him, and I was like, did you take that? And he was like, yeah. What's he gonna do? I was like, holy shit, man! I'm like, you fuck. I wish I could get a hold of him. I know that's I could so actually. Funny, I know where he works. He still works at that Hardee's.
I believe it, dude. I believe it.
I don't know if he still works now.
You trip acid once at a Hardee's, dude. You never leave.
I know. I've been trying to incorporate that. Like, how do I make a joke about him still being at Hardee's and me feeling like it's my fault because I give him acid and I got him stuck in a world he can't leave.
Yeah, dude. You got him stuck seeing stars.
But that sounds too serious. It doesn't really sound like a good joke line.
Well, I think you should set it up with like something about like how the acid made him never leave Hardee's, and then you'd be like, "But I feel bad about it, honestly." You know, like Hardee's. Come on now, like could have been a Whataburger. You know, it's a Hardee's. You know, try to do it like that.
Oh, okay,
more playful.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was funny though. It's like there's definitely I don't know enough about acid, like about the brain and everything, about how it like associates with location. But surely there's a joke where you could be like, you know, they say like when you trip acid in a place, you'll never forget that place. You know what I mean? Set it up with something like that, where it sounds like you're giving them information, and then you just go to. So he's never left Hardee's. Still works there. It's religious to him now.
I feel so bad if he ever saw this and like I don't work there no more. But when I went
to be at Burger King, goddammit.
I went back there when I was like 21 or 22.
Yeah,
he was still there. And I was just like, what the fuck are you still doing? And my manager still told me I had to leave.
That's funny, dude.
She saw me. She's
they wouldn't serve you?
I bought something. I think I just bought like a drink or something.
Yeah.
And she saw me and she was like, and then she came up to me and like got real close. She's like, hey, you're not allowed in here. And I'm like, not? She's like, no, like you were banned. I was like, I didn't know I was banned. I thought you just fired me. She's like, no, you have to leave.
That's funny.
I was like, whatever. But I came back later that night. Said hi to the night shift people.
That's funny, dude.
That was a crazy place.
Great fast times at Hardee's, dude.
Fast times at Hardee's. It was my first job.
Yeah?
And yeah, my first job, and I used to skateboard there every day to work.
That's awesome, dude.
I worked a lot. That's just weird, because I'm like, I think now, like, I worked a lot when I was 16.
Yeah.
And then I think of kids now, like, they're not even working.
Oh yeah, some of them.
Like they barely work.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, man, I was working at Hardee's and I was bringing home like maybe 300 every 2 weeks.
That's not
Which
bad,
to
yeah.
me, who had no money, all of a sudden get money, and I'm like, wow. So
that's great, man.
Yeah, I was.
It's pretty good, dude. I mean, like that's rent money, for like a small apartment, like for scale.
Well,
it's like a decent amount of money.
I was living with my sister, so I was paying them rent.
No, definitely, yeah.
So, but I was only paying like $100.
No, but I'm just saying that amount of money, $600
that
like that's you're earning that while going to school.
That's one thing. Like I don't know why me and some of my friends didn't move in together when we were working, because totally could have done it.
Yeah, definitely.
But, that's what we should have done. But then again, I did move when I moved to Texas when I was like 18. So
yeah.
So I wasn't over there in my working life that much. What do you do?
I work at a welding factory.
A welding factory?
Yeah. So we make, it's called, well, I don't know if I should say the name of the company, but essentially they make welding materials. So they make like torches, they make like, regulators, they make just everything you need to weld. They sell it all. They have a whole bunch of different brands.
Yeah.
So they just built a big warehouse on the side of the factory, which has been here since the 60s. So I'm working in the warranty department. So essentially, like, shit gets returned. We look at it. We see what's wrong, that type of thing. So what I'm doing is I started out just taking all their old returned warranty things they couldn't do anything with and separating out the stuff that could be recycled, because they recycle all the shavings of the metals they don't use when they're, like, making the tips and stuff. So I was just separating out brass, separating out copper. So I started doing that, and then I've just done a whole bunch of different odd tasks, like, oh, this thing's fucked up, we need to add an extra tube in here. So I go in and I add the extra tube for them on, 600 or whatever, however many they have. Just random things like that. I just, was flying around looking for any work I could get, and, paid wells, locals, and Denton, so it's nice, easy drive. Great hours. It's 6:30 to 3 p.m. So it's like I have all the comedy hours open every day of the week.
6:30 to 3?
6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then I go home, take a nap, go do comedy.
Yeah, I work for the. Maybe I shouldn't say, but I say it all the time anyway, because I don't really care. I work for Quikrete.
Yeah.
The fucking bagging company, the tile grout and all that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do, and I just work in the shipping department.
Yeah. Well, I've been in the warehouse the past week and a half now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's oddly quieter, honestly, compared to the factory floor. But
I got lucky there because I used to work on the weekends.
Yeah.
And I was working there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12-hour shifts. And it was perfect for comedy.
Yeah.
But then my brother wanted to switch, because he's a supervisor there, and he wanted to switch to the weekend. But he can't be my supervisor, so they asked me. I was like, he can't come over here unless you go over there. Like, are you okay with switching? And I was like, of course I'm gonna switch, because he's my brother. I'm gonna be an asshole, and he needed that off because he needed to be able to pick up and drop off his daughter from work, which is my niece. Like, I'm not gonna say no to that. Of course I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. But there was one catch. Like, I am not coming in at 6. And I'm definitely not coming in at 5 when they do that Thursday and Friday. So I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna, like, the only way I do it if I can come in at 7:30 and get off at 4. And they were like, okay. I was like, cool. And then the first week I was late every day, and the plant supervisor was like, look, you know what? I know you just came back from working on the weekend, and it's all rough for you. I was like, you think we can change to 8 o'clock, and then you get here and then leave at 4:30? And I was like, you know what? Let's do that, because I can't get there at 7:30 on time. So we changed it to 8, so I work 8 to 4:30. So that's great hours.
That's a good schedule. Yeah.
A lot of people are telling me, like, God damn, how do we get your hours? I was like, you know what? You have to hold little leverage over there.
That's it. No, you negotiated your hand perfectly.
You have to have leverage, and I was like, I'll do it, but there's only one catch.
There's only one very complex catch.
Yeah, and he was
awesome, dude.
He was like, why? I was like, because I go do comedy.
Yeah.
And and some of those nights I'm out late, and like this is like my passion,
Yeah.
So, so he was like, okay, that's no problem. Like, I was like, cool. I was like, I'm glad you take that into consideration. because
well, that's pretty much why I settled on this job is because the hours. Because I got an offer to do another job where it was driving like people from a hospital to another hospital in like a van.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was good work, good pay, but it was like 3 days a week, which is pretty nice. But it was like the problem was it'd start at 4 a.m. and it'd be like a 14-hour shift. So it's like I'd come home from comedy at like what 2 a.m., sleep for 30 minutes. And then drive like people from hospitals. You know, it was actually handicapped people.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to make these people more handicapped. You know, like I don't think I can do this job.
You know what? We'll stop there though, so I can go ahead and get ready to get onto these mics. Dude. I'm sorry that I have to go do these mics. Dude.
No problem, dude. Thanks for having me, dude.
Dude, thanks for coming on, Ferris.
My pleasure, dude. I thought it was scheduled for today. I had it on my phone for today. I'm sorry I missed out yesterday, dude.
Oh no, you know what? It was better you didn't come yesterday because I was so drained from all that.
Yeah, Halloween stuff.
I went to bed at like 10 a.m. and then I woke up at like 4 or 5.
Wow.
No, it was earlier than that. I woke up at 10. No, I went to sleep at 10. I woke up at like 2.
So you just got 4 hours.
And then we went out, got something to eat, and then I went back to bed. And I put my alarm for 6:30.
Yeah. And
it didn't go off. So when I woke up at 6:50, I was freaking the fuck out. Like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. No missed call, no text. I was like, okay, let me go set everything up. And I start setting it up. And then 7:05 comes around. I was like, huh.
This motherfucker.
Where's Ferris? So I messaged you. I was like, hey, where you at? Because I had it on my calendar on Sunday.
Yeah. I might have just misunderstood when we set the date, dude. I was at a mic.
How many times do I have to call you a dick throughout my podcast?
Not enough, dude. It hasn't set in yet, unfortunately.
Well, I don't mind. You know, Monday, I wasn't doing anything Monday.
Yeah, no, it's a great day for me.
And then, either way, it's fine. I don't have a problem. So it worked out kind of for both of us.
Perfect.
Yeah. I would have been zonked out.
Yeah.
Throughout the podcast. I would just be like, shut up, Ferris. Alright, cool. We'll end it with that. Any last words? You want to do any shout outs to any, like, your social media or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, just have me on
Facebook. Your
ex-girlfriends. Yeah, ex-girlfriends. Come on now. About to get an earful.
Dude, I want to hear that one time. Like, just have somebody come in and say, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. And then they'd be like, hey, and then in 10 years, they're famous. Like, remember what you said about this person?
Yeah, I'm suing for defamation now.
Dude, I know, doing these podcasts, I know, in like 10 years of doing comedy, I'm going to look back and be like, what the hell was I doing?
Yeah, dude, I bet, dude.
Because, I'm pretty stupid.
It's fun. It's a good time, dude.
Stupid shit.
Good time.
Like when you said about Lana, you said, what'd you say? Something. Oh yeah, I never listened to a woman.
Oh yeah, for directions. Yeah.
I do jokes like that all the time, and especially on the podcast.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
And it make me sound really misogynist.
No, but you're saying it lightheartedly. You're mocking the notion of that.
I'm definitely.
That's the problem with the culture these days. I feel like it's like people can't distinguish between someone like Colbert Report. Someone can't distinguish from somebody saying it as a parody of how stupid the idea is versus someone saying it and actually meaning it. Yeah. With the intention. Because, like, when I made that joke, I was obviously, like, she gave me the direction, she knew the orientation much better than you did in the moment. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, oh, this is stupid. I shouldn't listen to the person who knows the direction, you know, for a stupid reason. I wasn't actually believing that, you know. So that's like, but that we've lost that now. Everybody's so sensitive.
No, man,
everybody
is too sensitive. And I feel like we need to push back as comics.
Let's do it, dude. Together.
Don't make it weird. I was gonna say let's all us comics combine and just become a group of just saying, you know what, we're just gonna go out there.
I mean, it's kind of what comedy is, really, to a point. A lot of them.
Yeah, anyway, At least I believe it is. I believe it is. Not everybody feels the same way, but whatever.
I mean, there's a lot of that very clean, but there's a lot of boundary pushing. You know, so I feel like that's the beauty of it.
I'm not saying like I don't have a problem with when people are clean, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
That's cool on them. Let them be clean. But I don't like the people who are clean, or like not even that clean, but then criticize somebody like me who's very dirty. I'm pretty dirty.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm dirty.
Well, you have a bit about putting cum in your face, so I'd say you're dirty.
Oh. It's hair, first of all.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
I'm dirty. I'm a dirty comic. Am I dirty?
I mean, but here's the thing about dirty or clean. They distinguish by the wording. Uh-huh. But, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like clean comedy is inoffensive, where it's like, cats, they're so antisocial. Whereas I feel like comedy that really is intriguing to me has an edge, where it's like doing commentary in society or commentary on how we use language or culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that can be dirty because you're offending people. Like if I'm going to say something about trans people, for example, like Dave Chappelle has done.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, some, feathers are going to be ruffled. That's not really clean comedy anymore. People are being offended, and he's dirty. He uses dirty words.
Yeah.
But the point is the message, but, because it's like I was talking to someone, can't remember who, but they're talking about like, oh, I'm working this bit to make it clean for Backdoor. And it was like a bit about like something like your bit, where it's like about sex or something like drugs, extremely explicit. Like, oh, it's clean though. I didn't use the words. It's like, but it isn't. It's not what the joke's in. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So it's because it's still about something.
It's about something.
A negative reflection of society.
It's not. It's negative. It's just like if it's a joke about coming in my girlfriend's face or something. That's inherently a dirty joke, even if I clean up the language. Right? The intent of it is the same. So it's like children aren't going to be like, I don't know what that means, but that was funny. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not a good joke that's clean. So I feel like clean humor just gets very inoffensive to a point. I mean, some people can do it well, but generally speaking, or I guess my preference, it's like commentary where it's like everything is criticism of something to a point,
So I'm a dirty comic.
Yeah, that's what I say, dude. I would say
I do swear a little bit, and
just the hair.
I think I could do. I know I have clean comedy. Like my Trump was pretty.
Yeah,
clean.
Some good stories. Yeah, some good clean bits there. The thing is, it's just like how much clean versus unclean do you write? Because it's like it's always a balance, Like everybody writes something that's not really offensive to anyone.
Yeah.
But
hey, we were supposed to stop there.
Yeah, we're done now. That's it, everybody. Bonus podcast.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you all later. Where the fuck is my mouse cursor? There we go. Stop and.